Hi, I'm Suzanne Michelle Powers, and I'm giving you your last video. It's the final one on painting for the holidays set in. We won't be back until after the holidays, when I hope I'll be able to present my new book, The Creativity Notebook, and it will have a lot of what we did in these videos in it. Behind me is my painting. I've finished. I'm going to do a few touches at the end of the video. Fall in the Circle is the title. It's from many impressions of the park across the street from where I live in San Jose, California. It has beautiful trees that change gorgeous crimsons, oranges, and yellows in October, November, and December. So that lasting impression has created a time warp for me, and I'm going to show you a close-up of this painting. It's done with many dots and dashes and lines and globs of paint. Like I've done a lot of like a drip painting, but not drip, it's all applied paint. And I used my palette and my palette paper, trying to show that. I'm my own cameraman. You know that I'm in my studio kitchen. This is the quarantine, so we don't go anywhere. We paint at home. And okay, so can we see that? The palette paper, my palette knife that I use. I love to work with a palette knife. I have several. My favorite kind of brush, the fan brush. Show it on a white background. And many, 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 many colors. Little tiny metallic paints that I'm trying out this time. Remember, I had the notebook. I did a sketch, real quick sketch. Remember to try to get your ideas on paper first before you start a painting. I'm on the French easel that is now a table easel. And I'm going to turn on a light. I think it might be too dark. There we go. And canvas and acrylic paints, a jar of water. It's very important to have. And your utensils, I use fingers too. Fingers and anything you feel like. I'm going to put this back so I can talk to a little bit. I wear your old clothes. I always used to wear overalls, and I found this pair. They don't make Oshkosh bagosh, I don't think, anymore. I used to love to paint in those. My painting teacher in graduate school actually dressed up when she painted, and many famous artists, including Kandinsky, who I often mention, wore suits and ties when they painted. Personally, I believe you should have like a work shirt, old t-shirts to paint in, because I wipe my hands on everything I have. Make sure you have a cloth, though, to keep clean with. So I'm going to show you, see if I can do this right. I'm going to show you a direct application of paints. If I can just get this, maybe I can turn this around. Excuse me while I try to do this. Turn the easel around a little bit here for you so that you can see how I'm going to do this. I'm going to use the tubes of paint and then use the brushes. So I'm taking certain paints, gold. I'm going to use this gold. It's called Golden Hour. Beautiful ideas. They're naming paints differently these days. This is all acrylic paint, and I'm just going to put it for highlight here and there as dots and lines. Once in a while here and there, just to make a highlight. Okay, so there's that, and here's a Aztec gold. Aztec gold. Now you can buy metallic paints anywhere. They're not everywhere, but most painting stores, like I say, Dick Blick, Amazon. This is a special company called Arteza that makes these little tubes, and this is just gold. And I just love to just think about, squint my eyes and pick out places where I'd like to do some highlighting and paint it right onto the canvas. We're almost done now. We're going to come back after the holidays, after Epiphany in January, hopefully with my book, just published, The Creativity Notebook. And you can have a lot of fun reading that and doing drawings in it. It's going to be a fun book about creativity. I hope I can answer most of your questions. And I want to show you the painting from a distance. Remember, you should look at paintings and sculpture 6 feet away. You get an impression of a tree, and it's shedding its leaves, and the night sky's out, and the blue sky, the dark ground underneath. This has been a fun painting. It put together all my memories of living here, 17 years of a beautiful park changing in front of me season to season. I hope you've enjoyed this series, and I hope you go back and review our videos. And especially, I hope you have a wonderful holiday, clear to Epiphany. Happy painting, sketching, whatever you do. But try, remember, it's an activity. Stay active, observe around you, find your favorite things to do in art. Bye-bye.